Hi everybody, welcome back to Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle. This is my fourth time trying to shoot this video, but I want to make sure that I thank Kathy from the Cronson family on her YouTube channel because she told me about this free software which is allowing me to do this today. So thank you, Kathy. And happy Mother's Day. This is May 11th that I'm shooting this. This is my new series that I'm going to try to do on a regular basis, which is showing you exactly how much I spend in a month and where my money gets spent. I'm a very simple person. I mentioned in my last video that I only go to Walmart and Sam's Club. And as you'll see in this video, that's pretty much true. There's a couple of other places, but mostly all of my money goes to Walmart or Sam's Club. I just don't do shopping anywhere else, and I don't need anything, so I'm very much a minimalist. My pension, what I have left over, after I take a part of my pension and put it towards the house, then I have $900 left over. My goal is to be able to live on $900 a month. Yes, that's low income. However, that's my goal. Have I ever done that? No. I live on about $1,000 more than that. And that means that that $1,000 has to come from my teaching income, or it has to come from the cash flow from my rentals. One way or another, I need about $1,000 more. But I am going to cut it down as close as I can to $900 and take every spare penny over that and throw it at my debt. That's what you're going to see from me going forward in the future. So let's just take a quick look at this. So far the total is $564.22 that I've spent in May. That's very low. You'll almost never see that low of a number in the future. But I've just not done much in May. So I've spent $66 at Walmart. And what I buy a lot of is at the top of my list. So I will scroll back up for a second. I buy mixed vegetables, I buy catfish, I buy Fiber One bars. Those three items are pretty much all I buy. I'm very, very simple in my life, and you will see that as we go through this. Everything else I buy when I need it, but those are the things that I buy. I will say that I buy the Orgain Protein, which is a vegan chocolate protein powder that I put in my coffee. So that's another regular thing that I buy. So we'll say the top 4 on this list are regularly bought items from Walmart. Everything else is once in a while. So let's keep going. If I need cash, I get cash from Walmart. That's why that's there. And then we get to Sam's Club. So far this month, I have spent, and I just paid this bill today, $121.79 at Sam's Club. I don't have the exact breakdown of what I bought because it was some things that my wife wanted and some things that I wanted. And so I will tell you the top 3 items that you see here. I always put my most frequently bought items at the top to make it easier for me, is coffee, cream, and broccoli. That's it. If I'm not buying 1 or 2 of those 3 items, I am not going to Sam's Club. Now, anything else I buy at Sam's Club, maybe something else we need for the house or something that my wife wants. But anything from Sam's Club comes out of my expenses. That's not split with my wife. And as I mentioned, if I need something and my wife is out, she'll get it. If she wants something and I'm out, I'll get it. If I'm going to Sam's Club, she just puts stuff in the cart and I just get it. So the next thing that we have is CVS. And that's a pharmacy here. But I have to get Freestyle Libre checks that I put on my arm for my A1C because I'm pre-diabetic. And so that is about $75 a month to get 2 14-day sensors. So you'll see CVS Medical on here. If I buy propane for our RV, then that goes on here. Lawn care, you can see, is $250. I have about 3 acres of grass that my lawn mowing person has to cut. Now, it may be twice a month, it may be once every 3 weeks. It depends on the amount of rain that we have out here. And you might say, Daryl, you can save money by cutting that lawn yourself, but I am allergic to freshly cut grass, and I have no desire to be out in the middle of summer in Alabama cutting a lawn. So that's an expense that I have with this house because I chose a house with 8 acres of land. And I didn't know that when I bought a house with 8 acres of land that you're going to be paying someone to cut your lawn. I just didn't know. And so then you have Amazon. I try not to spend money at Amazon, but once in a while I have to spend money at Amazon. So I paid that bill today so that this would be an accurate number of $42.15. I did just order some stuff from Amazon today, and so that bill won't come in for about a week. And I'll add that to this for the end of month. As I mentioned, at Amazon, I've spent $42.15. For gas, I spent $37.78 because I haven't driven much this month. When I go on vacation and I use vacation gas, that I keep track of separately because that's a very high expense because you're buying gas 3 times a day. And vacation hotels, that's a much higher expense. So these are not my normal monthly expenses. However, you're going to see them when I go on conferences and travel, which I'll be doing in June. I'm going to another one in Nebraska in August, and I'm going to Canada in July for the July 4th weekend. So there are going to be much, much higher expenses in this sheet going forward. Anything from PetSmart is for my puppy, and we spoil our puppy. So you will most likely always see something in this category every single month. And so that was $25.68 so far. Restaurants I almost never go to unless I'm out riding motorcycles with my friends or if I'm on vacation. But I went to a restaurant this past week just to have a salad while I was waiting to talk to my lender about my rental properties. So you can see that I track everything. I track my car maintenance, and I want to just point out that I have Publix way here at the bottom. Publix is an employee-owned grocery store in my area, but their prices are too high for me. If my wife wants something and she says, Daryl, will you go to Publix to get this? I'll go. Other than that, I don't go to Publix. I go to Walmart, I go to Sam's Club and buy stuff in bulk because I'm trying to save as much money as possible. So thank you for watching this very first series of me showing how much money I actually spend. And trust me, it will be a lot higher, but I'm trying to get it down and take every spare penny and put it towards my debt. So please like and subscribe. Help me to get monetized. Also, when I get to 500 subscribers, and I'm close, I will do a live. I am terrified to do a live, but I'm going to do my best to get over that fear and do it. Also, once I get monetized, I will donate money to charity in my community. All of my YouTube proceeds will go to the homeless. Because I was homeless, I have an affinity to help the homeless. Thank you for watching my video, and remember, never let your past determine your future.